Well, I haven't dated much at all in my life. Oh God.
I don't really go on dates.
I never really dated. Didn't have any money.
Didn't have, electricity.
Dating me is like walking into a hurricane.
So I took this girl to dinner, and she said, tell me something about yourself.
All 4 of my brothers came along on the date.
Oh, no.
Except he didn't know they were on the date with us.
I do theater. I love making puppets. I just made 27 puppets for this great Carol Churchill play. And before I finished that sentence, she was calling for the check. And I was like, you don't dig puppets?
Now, he didn't know what they looked like because he never met them. So I just would see them chilling on a bench.
I went on a date with this guy, and I took him to Kookaroo.
I bought student tickets to Les Miserables, and I thought that meant good tickets, but actually student tickets means the worst tickets.
I could tell he was like, well, you can afford better than this, which is why I took him to Kookaroo, because I wanted to see if he was real or not. Turns out he was real.
So we were so high up in the air that it was a little scary. Like, when you're so high, you're like, if I leaned forward, I would die.
His name was Corey Feldman. No, I said, why is that the first name I thought of?
There was no second date.
There was this guy that I met.
I met on OkCupid.
He described himself as a sheik from somewhere.
He said to me, we're like Liz Lemon and Jack Donaghy.
Ended the night by trying to kiss me, but then licking my cheek. And so I called him the chic cheek licker.
What that dynamic also isn't even romantic.
The first time I kissed a girl.
I had some bad first kiss stories when I was trying to figure it out as a teenager.
This boy Andrew, he's like, I want to take you to the movies. I was like, going on, so excited. He was really popular. He picked me up in the car. I thought it was a prank. I was like, this is where they prank the dork or whatever.
We went to see Hannibal, and this guy kept pushing me to kiss her in the movie theater. Which is a movie where a guy cuts open somebody's head and takes out his brains and fries them and feeds them to the guy who's still alive.
Sexy.
He leans over. I'm like, oh my God.
I remember looking over at her and being like, all right, this is done. And he just literally shoved me towards her, and I went over and she just went like this.
And he leans over and I'm like ready to go. And he just goes, he's actually dead. And he ruined the Sixth Sense.
Oh,
and he ruined the whole
my
movie.
God.
And then I was like, I hate you. I hate you.
The absolute worst one.
This is all really inappropriate.
We went out and we got a little bit drunk.
I went on a date with someone who was talking about why he's not in therapy.
We made out.
Well, first of all, I do a lot of cocaine, and that numbs the senses.
And then it basically ended with him pleasing himself, me just 2 feet away, just watching.
I'm a jazz guy. My whole life is improv.
We're still dating.
Yes, we have been together for a long time now.
Great.
There should be a service to get young dorks together. We would have been great.
Oh my
It would have been
God.
great back in the day. Just nothing would have happened. It just would have been a lot of sweating and
Totally.
appreciating from afar.